Hello everyone, we are batch number A15. Our project title is Determination of Happiness Index of Teachers During COVID Period, and our internal guide is Mandak Minar. Our project is to determine the happiness index and depression risk analysis of teachers, especially during COVID. As due to the pandemic, there is a sudden shift in style of teaching from traditional teaching methods to online teaching. This has affected the work-life balance of the teachers and their mental health. So, as a part of our mini project, we have developed a user interface where users, especially teachers, can have a quick mental health check by taking up the questionnaire available in our website. There are some existing websites where users can take up the questionnaire to have a mental health check, but the questions there it is very general. But in our website, the questions are more specific to the teacher's profession, especially during the pandemic. Our website homepage looks like this. Coming to the About column, it gives us a quick recap of our intention of developing this user interface. And if we scroll down further, user can see the definitions of the happiness and motivation and happiness index, and he can also see some tips for maintaining good mental health during this challenging time. There is a cool feature available, that is when user clicks this button, that is click here for some motivation, then he can really see some different quotes, which is motivational quotes, every time when he click this button, so which really boosts up his or her mood. If he's if the user wants to take up the happiness index test, then he can go to the top right corner of the home page and click this happiness index button. So he is redirected to another page containing 10 questions which are framed to assess their happiness levels during this COVID. And if the user give responses to these questions like this, that is giving positive response to almost all the questions, that is saying that he is actually happy during the pandemic time also. So after filling all the responses to the questions, and if he click the calculate button, he is redirected to a result page giving a score out of 6. That is, here he is scored 4.55. If you click this analyze result, we can see that he is happy. So it means that the user who took this test is really happy despite of this pandemic time also, which is very good. And if at all the user selects almost all negative responses to the questions, that is saying that he is not well during this pandemic time, here user is the teacher. These questions are especially framed for the teachers to determine the mental health. So after giving the responses almost all negative and clicking the calculate button, then we can see that the score is 2.4, which is very low. So after clicking the analyze results, we can see that the user is somewhat unhappy, so which is very bad. So if the user scored in between 1 to 3, our model will suggest him to take another test, that is depression test, so which really helps to assess more precisely about his mental health. By clicking this take depression test button, he is redirected to another web page which is containing another 10 questions, and after giving responses to these questions, and clicking this calculate button, you can see his score out of 6 for depression risk analysis. So if you clicking this analyze result will give us the analyzation that he is of moderate depression, that is uh, moderate depression. So here we can also see a link which is telling that to know more about the depression we can click this link. So for every different score we will get different links, that is the suggestions or tips which can really help that user from getting out the depression. So if we click this link, the user is redirected to an authenticated websites where the user can learn more about the depression symptoms, patterns, or etc., which can really helps the user um, to know the techniques about the depression, and that can really helps him get out of the depression more. So this is how our website helps in determining the happiness index and depression levels of the teachers during COVID. Thank you.